Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Welcome to our program today. It's been quite a while. I miss you guys. I hope you miss me too. Please, if today is your first time, can I ask you to please don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, and leave us a comment, all right? And also share our videos. Today, I'm going to be talking about the flood that is ravaging the Nigerian state. If you are close to happenings in Nigeria, you will know that Nigeria, a large portion of Nigeria, especially those around the coastal regions and in the southwest, have come under heavy flooding, and this has caused a lot of death in our country, and that's why I want to talk a little bit about it. But before I go to that, I want to really appreciate those of you who keeping in touch. In the background, you come behind and you say, how are you? How are things are going on? And you worry that you just want to know that we're okay. I must tell you that I appreciate you on behalf of my wife and my whole family. I really, really appreciate you. I appreciate your prayers. I appreciate your concern. And just to let you know that things are very okay. Things are very, very okay. For Life, Esther, I see you. Thank you so much. Yes. Now, there's one thing I want to quickly say before we go on. And that is, because a lot of you actually take offense. You take offense when you don't see me or you don't see anybody, online. And it's understandable. I have TV programs. I have bloggers. I have newscasters that I have become so used to. Like when I don't see them, I think something is wrong. But I just want to tell you how I roll. I mean, how I see life. And I don't want you to misunderstand this. You see, I want to be out there all the time. I want to be doing my broadcasting. But you see, I'm this kind of person who I want to talk when it is important to talk. YouTube gives you money. Okay, when you do YouTube and you have a lot of people view what you do, you make some money out of YouTube. But still, I'm not that kind of person who just wants to keep you engaged, whether there is something to talk. And there's a lot of things to talk about. But you see, that's not also the only thing that I do. I do a lot. I put my life to use in so many ways, affecting people's lives, dealing with issues here and there in the background. And that gives me satisfaction. And whenever I get an opportunity to come live and talk to people, I consider it a privilege. I don't take it for granted. So please, in one way, I'm saying, bear with me when you don't see me. But on the other hand, I'm trying to say that, you see, nobody is really that important. I am not very, very important, honestly speaking. You might say, Chidi, why are you talking like this? That's the truth. I'm important, but I don't take myself very, very seriously. I am not that very important. What do I mean? Life will go on without me. If you hear that Chidi died today, people will be sad, people will cry, people will miss you, but life will go on. The next flight will take off. The next bus on my street will take off. The party that is supposed to go on this night will go on. And they will not cancel Nigerian election because Chidi died. So you see, I don't take myself that important, and you must not take anybody at all that important. That's what makes you become so addicted to people, and people make money off you. That shouldn't be the case. I don't know why I'm dwelling on this so much, because you get so sucked, you get too sucked into some people that you don't even think for yourself anymore. I am more fulfilled. I feel much, much happier when I see people on their own. Do you know how many YouTubers who have come to me and say, Dr. Chidi, I want to start a YouTube channel, help me. And I will show them everything that I use for my YouTube channel, my lighting system, my audio system, my video system, the softwares that I use, everything. I just tell that's me. I will tell you everything for free. And the next thing, I see them start a YouTube channel and they go on their own. That is more fulfilling to me, because when I see myself replicated in people, that is big joy for me. I don't want you to just focus on me and only get satisfaction when you watch me. I want to see you start your own YouTube channel. I want to see you start your own Facebook page. Do all that, and I'll feel much, much happy. But that doesn't mean I don't like it when you come and watch me. I just want you to know that I'm not that important. I hate to disappoint you. And nobody is that important. You are very, very, very important. Just make sure that you are keeping, you are going out, you are researching, you're finding out things for yourself. Find the truth for yourself. Honestly speaking, somebody tells you, this is that, this is that. Yes, listen, but go and investigate and find out for yourself. That is more, much more satisfying, rewarding, and more fulfilling to me. Okay, so let's just, I love you guys so much. I love it when I come and I'm doing a show and then people are there and they are responding to me and I'm responding to them and we're interacting. There's nothing I love more than that. And so today we're talking about the flood in Nigeria. Also, let me say this, there are so many other topics that when I come to talk, people are like, oh, Chidi, why are you not talking about this? Because so many people came to our channel because of one case or the other, or one topic that we're treating. So when they come, they want updates on that topic. And when they don't hear it, they become very, very disappointed. For example, we talked so much about what's her name, Ruth, and her son, and all of those things. And we dwell so much on it. And some people expect me to just be talking about that. No, that's not how I roll. Whatever I'm doing about that, that's me. I opted to do. Anybody can do also what they want. And people come to me and they say, oh, do you see what this guy, Prof X, is talking about you? Do you see what they're saying? You need to react. No, I don't need to react. I don't need. Some people build their life around those things. No, that's not me. Whatever I'm doing about that, the one I think is necessary to talk about, I'll talk about it. I'm not going to cook up stories and just to stay on the topic and make the 20, 50,000 people come to my show. No, I don't do that. Okay, so with that story, wherever we stopped is where we stopped. Whatever we're doing about it is what we're doing about it. When it is necessary to let people know, I will let you know. There isn't much happening from my side about that story. At a point, we got to it was almost like a roadblock. And so for that, there's not much to share about that story. And one day when it is the right time, when it is convenient, when it is I'm looking for the right word, when it is necessary, you will hear how far we went with that story. So please, again, don't be disappointed when you don't hear me talking about that. I focus on what interests me at a particular time. And right now, I'm talking about Nigeria. I'm talking about the politics. I'm talking about what's happening there. And also I'm talking about what's happening in Canada. I also have a lot of other channels. I have like 7 more channels that we also talk about other things. We talk about immigration. We talk about celebrities. We talk about blacks in Canada. And then we talk about Dr. Erica has a fitness channel. And she talks also about she does inspirational videos and she posts them. So there's a lot happening. And also we have our construction business that we do. All right. He says, Agachidi, leave us alone. No, we love insult won't change. He said, your insult won't change a thing. The country is suffering for the insult. Anyway, let's go back. I said, Agachidi, you want to start again? Oh, please leave us now. We are happy because our DK has been discharged. No. We have to keep talking. There's so much to talk about. Today, let's talk about this flood. Chidi, list all your channels, please, I can subscribe. All right, thank you. I'll list them, I'll post them so you can subscribe. Thank you so much. So let's talk about this this flood. This flood, it's crazy. It's crazy. I've seen so many videos about this flood. It's unbelievable. I want to and I'll share some of them with you. If you're online, you must have seen some of them. And I will tell you what is so annoying to me about this flood. Some people keep arguing, Oh, why do you always blame the government? It is not the government that you should blame about the flooding. Flooding is happening all over the place. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my God. And I'm like, okay. But I need you guys to see this. This is one video I saw that made me want to really talk about so many of them. But let's start with this. Someone says yes. So someone says, hi Dr. Chidi, is this live? So nice to see you. Uchenna Ibokwe, just to let you know I'm live. Michael Prince, yes, I'm live. Chris Ogene Tega Malani, I am live. I see all of you. Michael Prince, I see. For Life Esther, I see all of you. See, sometimes I just love just interacting with people. It's not even the big topic. Just to have you guys talk to me and I talk to you, that is very, very refreshing. Yes, the flooding on Onitsha is very, very terrible. For Life Esther, I used to live in Onitsha, to tell you the truth. I see you. This is life. The flooding on Onitsha is terrible. I used to live in Onitsha. In fact, I went to primary school and secondary school in Onitsha. I went to All Saints Primary School. Then it used to be Premier Primary School. Then I went to DMGS, Dennis Memorial Grammar School. So I am an Onitsha brought up. Fege, or Dapo Onitsha, or Chanja, Main Market. These are my areas that I grew up in. I was living in Enu Onitsha at that time. Right. I'll share this video that I saw that that kind of, it brought this flood thing home for me. That everybody is going through this flood thing. Everybody is suffering this flood thing. Look at this video. Look at this video. There's no sound in the video, but just notice. This is somebody's beautiful house. Beautiful house. I think I later saw where they were trying to say the person who owns the house. But just check out that beautiful house. You saw the stair in the house. Let me play this video again. You see those two stairs? At least that would, I don't want you to forget. You see that stair? You see the height of that stair, Abi? You see how high that stair is? Because the next video I will show you, I want you to make sure that you do not miss anything at all. So now that we've seen this video, okay, now that you saw that last video, I'm going to play another video for you. Okay, now let me play this other one. I'll come back and read what Vine Maxwell wrote, but let me play this video. This other video, okay, this is the first. Where's the next video? Let's play the next video. Okay. Hold on, guys. So this is the next video. Now, this is the same house. So, you know, I just showed you a house right now. This is this same house. The same house that I showed you right now. Check out the house.
So now the part of this one, we don't follow you. Swim small. Because swim go touching this thing. Come like they want to touch this thing.
You see that stair now? The water is half of the stair.
Why not?
That same beautiful house that you saw. You see, it's almost touching the ceiling.
No, go to the second panel. Go to that
very high. You want to understand. The water is almost at the ceiling level. It's a very high ceiling. Oh boy, that is the one that brought the message home for me. I'm telling you, it brought this flood thing home for me. Vine Maxwell says natural disasters are bound to occur, but the ineptitude of the Nigerian government is worsening it. If they constructed a buffer dam ever since, the devastating effects won't be much today. Yes, Vine, I agree with you wholeheartedly. 110%, I agree with you. It is not that natural disasters don't happen. It is not that floods don't happen, but responsible governments do something about this flood, you know, early enough. And you see, the funny thing is, in Nigeria, and this is what makes the government, you know, they voted that Nigerians are the happiest people in the world. Nigerians are in the world the people that will be suffering, and they just find a way of making light their suffering, which is good and bad. It has its good aspects and its bad aspect, but it's making us sometimes shy away from our responsibilities towards the government. We should hold the government accountable sometimes, but we are very used to just, we just tolerate something. We just tolerate it. Life just goes on. I'm telling you, that's Nigerians for you. Let me show you this one. This is somebody crossing a flooded portion of the river. And all these people, they're just talking about it and they are laughing. It's not a big deal. Okay,
you want to video? This is the situation. Oh, it's not that easy. Oh my God! We are all struggling to cross over to Auda. Jesus! The water level. This is the water level between Bayelsa and Auda. Oh God. Oh, it's not easy.
Look at, you see further down. If you see this, the power of that current, if this thing carries anybody, that person is gone. It's gone completely.
Pressure. It's not easy. It's not easy. Oh, look at it. This is a terrible situation. Hold the rope up. This is the situation of things. God, show us mercy. Well, my brethren, this is the situation, the current situation. Sunday, hold on.
Everything I'm on here.
Hold on. I thank you.
It's funny. Look at the situation people find themselves, and the one that I can't. These people are just laughing, and they're just crossing the thing. All their clothes are wet, and you can't imagine how they're just smiling and laughing. This will not happen anywhere abroad. I know people have disasters, you see, but in the middle of this disaster, people are still they found a way to just accept the situation. I'm telling you, it's good and it's bad. And do you know there was this research that they said the reason why you see Nigerians act the way this guy is acting is as a result of our gene. It's very funny. It's very funny. they found out that one of the reasons that is working in the favor of the government is the fact that Nigerians have a very tough skin. Nigerians can go through a situation that will sack a whole country. Nigerians will just go about it like that. Say, oh, well, what we will do now? So we say, we just now God, though. Make we just they manage. I'm telling you, they will take light. How far? They never bring our light for like 2 weeks now. But I hear say they get problem. Well, anyway, by God's grace, they will bring back the light. Just like that. There are things in the freezer have spoiled. Everything is spoiled. Nothing. They don't have light. But they're just going about their business. They're still having parties. They're still going to church. I'm telling you. You know what I said? Why is it this particular one? People trying to cross to Ahoda rivers. Very, very bad indeed. Nigeria is well known to be suffering and smiling. Reason why the politicians aren't taking it. I'm telling you. But you see, it's not our fault. Nigerians have been voted the happiest people in the world. Let me digress a little bit. Let me show you this. It's an Argino. And you see, you may not take it seriously, but it's not our fault. Let me show you. Scientifically, they've proven that, look, you'll be surprised at what I'm going to read for you now. Look at this. It says genes. This is Science Daily. And this is serious publication. It says genes may contribute to making some nations happier than others. First, this is the first study to show link between genetic makeup and perceived national happiness. We get national happiness, suffering and smiling. You thought it was a joke because you look at what happens to Nigerians and we are still holding on and we're still smiling and you can't understand it. Now, the summary is that the citizens, this was a research done in 2016, January. The citizens of nations that rate themselves happiest display a specific genetic feature. Their DNA is more likely to contain a specific allele involved in sensory pleasure. This allele is involved in sensory pleasure and pain reduction. So we have natural pain inhibitors and pleasure, whatever. We get natural high. This is what researchers say. They weighed up genetic and various external factors to contribute to national difference in happiness. And this is the full story. But I'm not going to go through the full story. Let me just go to where they mention Nigeria. Now, see here. It says, nations with the highest prevalence of the A allele are quite clearly also those who perceive themselves as happiest. But let's go back a little bit and say, it says allele in the fatty acid. What the authors, they found a strong correlation between a nation's happiness and the presence of allele A allele in the fatty acid amide hydrolase FAAH gene variant RS324420 in its citizens' genetic makeup. This allele helps prevent the chemical degradation of anandamide, a substance that enhances sensory pleasure and helps to reduce pain. Do you now see why we're in trouble in Nigeria? Nations with the highest prevalence of these quite clearly are those who perceive themselves happiest. These include Ghana and Nigeria in West Africa and northern Latin American nations such as Mexico and Colombia, whose citizens are of Amerindian and mixed Euro-American descent. The Arab nations of Iraq and Jordan and the East Asian nations of Hong Kong, China, Thailand, which had the lowest prevalence of this allele were also found to be the least likely to raise themselves as very happy. Wahala dey there. Natural anesthetic. I'm telling you. Hello, Ero. You don't come. For life lesson, make I read your own. Sister Chidi, the only thing they can do is to laugh at the situation because they can't do anything about it. I don't blame them, my dear. That's what you can see. Hello, Ero says, Chidi, you are blaming the government. What about the citizens who built houses on the flood paths? Governor Soludo of Anambra State has been accused of removing illegal structures along the flood paths. Okay. But if you look at that, hello, you will see that it is still the government. The government shouldn't have allowed the houses to be built in the first place. So your argument doesn't follow. It's not the fault of the citizens. The citizens have empowered the government to help them police them. Do you understand? You pay a policeman to help you to maintain law and order. That's their job. It's like you employ a secretary. You employ a secretary to schedule you, to put you in order. That's why you're paying your secretary. So your secretary arranges meetings for you, conducts, make sure that they schedule your day, they plan your day for you. Every time you come and say, hello, sir, today you have this meeting, they remind you. So the government is there to remind the people of what they are not supposed to do, but the government is not doing it. See, when it comes to Nigerian government is totally very, very irresponsible. 3,010% irresponsible. And the only luck they have is this thing that is in our gene that is making us just to be suffering and smiling. This is that makes us, we can just accommodate, we can talk, our power of, that you can stretch Nigeria. Look at from where the dollar is changing at 700 and something, and Nigerians are still surviving. Who does that? Where is that possible? Lola Law, thank you so much. I see you. Now, when you talk about blaming the Nigerian government, let me show you something that shocked me. I was not sure before, but now I can verify and tell you that from findings, I've come to see that it is the truth, big truth. Let me go to Twitter, and it's this guy they call Olu at Emperor24. Let's go and see this video he posted on Twitter. A lot of people also have posted that video. Anointed Prayers, I see you. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Wednesday to you. So let's see this one. Let's see this. So I'm going to Twitter right now. I'm going to Twitter and I'm going to share this video with you. This is where I see my news. This is from Olu. And Olu says, let's put this down. Olu says, Cameroon's Lagdo Dam is causing floods in Nigeria. In the past week, the rampant flood situation across the country has ravaged many communities, washed away farms, and destroyed people's property. Many roads have been washed away, many farmlands, houses, vehicles, and other properties. So you see that? Can you believe that what has killed more than 600 Nigerians is a situation that was preventable? Now let us watch this video. Listen, it's just a 2-minute video, but listen to the video, okay?
The Cameroonian dam that is called Legdo. It was built in 1977, okay? And there is an agreement they had with Nigeria when they were building this dam, that Nigeria is also going to build a counterpart dam that is called Dasin Hausa Dam. Okay, this dam we are supposed to be 2.5 size of this Lado dam
that Cameroon is built already.
Yes, that Cameroon has built. Now, this dam that was supposed to be built by Nigerian government, we are supposed to be the one cushioning effect
of
dam
the one that Cameroon
has. And now this Cameroonian dam provides irrigation to at least over close to 15 100,000 irrigation farm. Okay, and these are own dam also supposed to provide irrigation to states like Adamawa, Benue, and
all around that region.
Yes, and also provide about 300 megawatts of electricity, to that environment. But you see, Nigerian government, being a government that does not care about the life of the citizens, refused to complete this dam, started and abandoned it. And to this effect, our people are being flooded. When Cameroon, and in 2013, Nigeria entered into another agreement with Cameroon that at least before you open this dam, because when there is a
after it was opened in 2012, I think the first flood.
Yes, in 2013 they had an agreement. And this agreement is that when the Cameroon dam is full and wants to release the excesses, that they should inform Nigerian government. For me, this is an irresponsibility, as long as I'm concerned, that the government chooses for Cameroonian government to inform them of when to open a dam and to prepare for the consequences, instead of building and completing a dam that they started since 1981.
So it brings us to why we are asking this question, because we're aware that there is this work that can be done.
My people, are you hearing what I'm hearing? I mean, did you see what I saw? That there is actually, you know, it's very funny. Yes, there is natural disaster, but then there's man-made disaster. And when you hear these things, people always say, no, why are you always blaming the government? Why are you shouting? No, why are you sure? But you, NEMA themselves, the government authority had come out to say, and let me also take you to another place on Twitter, where, you know, I tell you, do your investigation sometimes. After hearing from me, even go and do your own investigation so you can confirm what you're seeing and what you're hearing. Look at this one. Look at this, for instance. Floods in Nigeria. This is Nigeria, the nation Nigeria. This is a newspaper. It says, in the past week, the flood situation across the country has ravaged many communities, washed away farms, and destroyed people's properties. Now, let us go to this newspaper and see what they have to say. Okay, sorry, I moved from here. Let me go to where the newspaper is. I clicked on let's share the place that I clicked on. I want to show you what this newspaper is saying. Okay. It says, quick facts about Cameroon's Ladgo Dam causing floods in Nigeria. You can see pictures of what this thing is doing. So it's not like it is people. Okay, it says I want to show you what the government had to say about this dam. Findings show the country is facing its worst flooding in decades, with the National Emergency Authority describing the situation as beyond control. They are describing it as beyond control. But let me show you. It's not like they didn't know. They know. Look, see what it says. It says, NEMA, in a test press statement on September 19th, NEMA has said on September 19th that the Ladgo Dam operators in Republic of Cameroon have commenced the release of excess water from the reservoir by September 13th, 2022. Do you see, when we're just saying, now wow, this water don't they come up, River Niger don't they expand its capacity? They knew. See, they went on to say, we are aware that the released water cascades down to Nigeria through River Benue and its tributaries, thereby inundating communities that have already been impacted by heavy precipitation. That's heavy rainfall. This is the most irresponsible thing you will hear from a government. In that video we watched, he said that the government of Nigeria told the government of Cameroon, you people, when you want to open your dam, let us know. Don't go and open it without letting us know. I know it's your dam, and like we know we are living under you. But if you're going to open it, let us know, so that we can prepare. And the project has been awarded since when? Year 2012. This 10 years after, they've not been able to complete that thing. So if they had done their own dam, this thing will not happen. Because with a dam, you can control the water. But this one, nothing. When you hear about flood, open the floodgates of heaven, this is a little bit of what they mean when they say open the floodgates. A dam is like, it's also like a floodgate, because it dams the water, it stops the water, and then you can control it, open it when you want. But now, heavy rainfall, yes, we know climate change has made the earth to become hotter. When the earth is hotter, there will be more evaporation of water into the atmosphere. And when there's much water in the atmosphere, it will make the rain to fall more. And when that is happening, the snow is melting also. And so from the northern hemisphere, all this water starts coming down to the south, or from anywhere that is higher, into where you have the river sources. They will all start coming down. By the time it gets to the coastal region, it has messed up, it has overflown its banks. So yes, this natural, the causes of heavy precipitation, more rain, is there. But if there was a dam, you'll be able to control it and release it, nicely. But no, we didn't build our own. And we have to tell them. And even when they tell us, did you hear since September? This is now October 19th. This thing was in September, around September 13th. Government said, we know that those people have released their water. Then what did you do? What did you do? A responsible government will rechannel this. Did you see? Okay, let me show you another one. Did you see how people were, what was that one? Somebody was showing about how they went to a place, and where's that one? They traveled to somewhere. Where is it that they traveled to? And you will see that they were swimming, just swimming. Tons and tons of these videos. The government should have made alternative routes for people to travel. No alternative routes. Look at tons and tons of videos. Tons and tons of videos of people. Wait, I wanted to show you. I beg. So many of these videos, Hi, God. Anyways, don't worry. Just go on Twitter. I don't want to waste your time. There's so many of these videos. I had some of them downloaded, but let's just go on. It's very, 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 very sad. There was another one where people were just driving. Should I show you people this one that happened in Rivers State? Okay, let me share this one that happened in Rivers State with you. And you just see it. Plenty of them, again, on Twitter. You just go on Twitter, type about the flood, and you see many of these videos.
So you get to another point to use canoe and cross over. Look at to further buttress the irresponsibility of the government. If you get to Ibocha Bridge is directly opposite Nigerian Ajib Oil Company, okay, where that tank facilities are. Now, if you get to that bridge, there is a bridge there that has been built for over how many years? And now water overruns that bridge as a matter of annually. And now Rivers State government as a promise, as a electionary promise, you know, told us that we are going to build another road, which they have been constructing 7 years in office and have not completed. And if you get to that part of the bridge, the other side of the extension of the bridge is also constructed at a level where water also overruns it. It's irresponsibility. Okay, now that part of Emema2 is cut off. The part of Imo State you can go through Imo State is cut off. The part through River State is cut off. And yet, this is a part of River State that produce, like you will say, the golden fish that lay the golden egg.
So sad, so sad, so sad. And the government, again, doesn't do what they're supposed to do. Where do we start? Where do we start? Let me see some of your comments. Dr. Chidi, it was this same Buhari that stopped or refused to build that Dasin Hausa Dam to act like buffer. Yes, Dasin Hausa Dam for Nigerians and other. I'm telling you, very, very serious. Efrata, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. Another prayer says, this proves Nigerian government is negligent. Of course, they're negligent. Uchenna Iboko says, Dr. Chidi, this is just human disaster. Our government don't take us serious. More than human disaster, man. Colossal disaster. This has been happening, but they never knew that it was going to be devastating as this typical of an irresponsible Nigerian government. I'm telling you, it is reported that dead bodies are exhumed by the flooding in Bayelsa. Imagine that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do you know what you just said now, Van Maxwell? You know, when the water has gone into, like, when it's very, very nauseating to think about it. You know, when a burial ground is flooded, you know what will happen? When it's flooded, water goes into those tombs, those graves. It will now make the bodies to come to the surface. Jesus Christ, this is something else. I'm telling you. This is something else. So may God help us. May God help us. Oh my God. Hey, I see the news. So many. What? The first one I'm seeing here, it says that flood washes up corpses at Bayelsa Cemetery. Hey, now wow, this is just too much. I can't even show the pictures. Then there's even a bigger one. Jesus Christ. It says flood sweeps away 1,500 corpses from a cemetery. Hey, this one is in northern Nigeria. And I'm not going to be con. You see, Nigeria, I'm not going to share anything. Don't worry. Don't worry, I'm not going to share anything. It's so sad. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this this flood. And there are two more things I want to talk about. I want to talk about Omoyele Sowore. You see, when we're talking about the responsible government, you will understand why a lot of us have just stuck to the people that we support. Of course, I support Omoyele Sowore, and he is the kind of person who understands. You see, a lot of the presidential aspirants, they've asked them about climate change. They don't even know. They don't even know what to answer about climate change. They don't know anything that is going on about climate change. I'm telling you, so shocking. So shocking. And very, very, very disappointing. But Omoyele Sowore has talked about climate change, what it's going to do, and you need somebody, yes, you need somebody who understands climate change. You need somebody. Michael Ochada says, good evening, Dr. Chidi, long time, please. Where is AAC spokesman? We want to hear from him. Oh, okay. Now that you even asked me about AAC spokesperson, yeah, you know, this is okay. As if you just brought this out of my mouth. So you'll be wondering, so has AAC said anything about this? The answer is yes. You see, AAC has even, let me see. So you're asking about Onyinye. Let me show you what Onyinye wrote. I will show you what he wrote. That will show you that AAC is not a party that just keeps quiet when things are happening. So let me, how am I going to show? I'm going to copy this, paste it somewhere so that maybe on a, maybe, let me use something like a Word. You know, I'll paste it on Word and then you guys can read it with me. Okay. So I will paste it on Word. I will increase the font. And this is the statement by the African Action Congress, which Omoyele Sowore leads. Sorry, say reads. Igbo man. L and R. Please forgive me. You know, I'm an unapologetic Igbo man. So my R and my L will always be conflicting with each other. Anyway, so let me show you what the African Action Congress has to say. It says APC groups, a group in the dark. They can't find their way. They're just big career, just they mess up everywhere. They don't know what to hold. So they group in the dark as Nigerians drown. It as deadly floods ravage many communities across the country. The Nigerians have again found themselves helpless and abandoned by the Buhari-led All People's Progressive Party. Let me show you what Buhari is doing as this thing is happening. Look, you will say, Chidi, it's not true. Let me show you Buhari. You think it's a joke? Yeah, I'll show you. If I show you Buhari now, where Buhari is, what will you do? Like, if I show you now where Buhari is, what Buhari is doing, if I open and show you this moment, let me see what you will. You know, me, I know they like this thing. Where is that picture? I want to show you where Buhari he is right now, because I saw him how many minutes ago? I saw him. They took a picture of Muhammadu Buhari. Where is this picture? Where is this picture? Maybe when I look for you, I'm not going to see you. You will see where Buhari is. Where is the picture now? Where is the picture? Let me show you the picture of Buhari. Somebody took this picture because I was asking, where is Buhari when all of this thing is happening? So there's one guy I know. The guy lives in Asuro. So I said, please, my brother, I'm begging you. Can you just show me the picture of Oga? He said, right now? I said, yes, just show me the picture. This is the picture that this guy showed me. I said, make them not catch you when they take the picture. He said, no, don't worry, Oga Chidi. I will snap the picture and I will show you the picture. I'm telling you. So this guy, he snapped the picture. This is not a joke. I'm telling you, let me show you the picture. Where the picture now? This is the picture. This is Buhari. Exactly. This is where this picture you're seeing right now is the picture of Buhari right now. This is Buhari. This is where this Buhari, this picture was taken 2 seconds ago. As I do this program, I just call my friend and say, I say, Dan lady, yeah, cookie, Sanu Malam. Make I they take her for me. The picture of Oga, make I they send them to me. He said, Malam, okay, wait, I they send them to you. Then, okay, now go there. So say, Thank you very much, my brother. Okay, say this, Safi. Okay, say Anjuma. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's how I got this picture. I'm telling you, this is Buhari for you. This why Nigerians are dying. This is Buhari's picture, right? If for Asurok right now, that's Buhari for you. That's the picture of Buhari. Some of you don't believe me. That is Buhari for you. You just picked it. Why people are dying. I mean, make we leave that man read waiting Onyinye right. This is the spokesperson of the Shore campaign 2023. So far, over 600, and if they tell you for Nigeria, say 600 people die, who here knows that this 600 means that it's about 6 times 3, about 1,800 people? If they tell you 600, that means about 2,000 don't die. So far, over 600 Nigerians have been killed, more than 1 million of them displaced. 45,000 houses have been destroyed, alongside more than 70,000 hectares of farmland. In the face of this disaster, the Buhari government has proven incapable of taking even the most basic steps to save lives and bring succor to those affected. As we write to you, no serious and well-coordinated emergency response measures have been instituted by the APC government. Emergency measure, okay? Emergency. Onyinye, I say you don't know these people. There have been no search and rescue efforts in the affected communities. Neither have there been any steps or even plans to provide conducive alternative accommodations and necessary supplies to those who have lost their homes and livelihood. Onyinye Gandhi. This Onyinye, I say this abroad where this abroad where you don't know. But I say they affect your writing. Oh, see what Onyinye. You're expecting Nigerian government. It's only during COVID that they take the money and build shelters and just put people who don't get COVID. They give them, if they pay you 30,000, they collect 60,000 on your behalf. That's the only thing that Nigeria knows how to do. But when it comes to real action, they will not do it. There have been no search rescue effort, alternative accommodation, and necessary supplies to those who have lost their homes and livelihood. Many Nigerians are still trapped in flooded communities, no hope of getting out alive. Sadly, this may further increase the death toll. The African Action Congress and our presidential candidate, Omoyele Sowore, strongly condemn this level of responsibility of government to its citizens. We wish to point out that successive governments of both the APC and the People's Democratic Party have failed to make the required investments in infrastructure, especially flood control dams and drainage systems, which would have mitigated the impact of this disaster on the Nigerian people. It is even more worrisome that as climate change escalates, you see that climate change, this is a party that knows about climate change. This government has demonstrated little commitment to adopting sound climate-friendly policies designed to tackle it. We always say, show us a party, show us your manifesto. What is your ideology? What is your policy on climate change? But a lot of the parties that are there, they're not even talking about climate change. They have no policy, zero policy on climate change and renewable energy. However, unlike the presidential candidates of the APC and the PDP and the Labour Party, who have all shown very little understanding of contemporary trends in Ijoma, hi. Welcome. Come and say hi to the people on live. I'm on live TV. Let them see my no, come. Wait. I want to show you. I want to make guy with you. Come here. See my beautiful daughter. Anybody that wants to come and marry you, they must bring one aeroplane. Okay, how was school today? Good? Good. Okay, I'll see you later. All right. Okay, close my door, okay? All right. This is the thing that used to make me my temperature will come down. Anyways, So where was I? Just if you just dwell on Nigerian matter, you don't get people like this, my daughter, to cool you down. You could just run mental. I'm telling you. But when you have people like this, they come and speak, this grammar from say, Daddy, oh, today was not love you, Daddy. I could just pour ice water on your head. Anyways, let me read this thing quickly and come and talk about other things I want to talk about, and then we'll close. Now, it says that all the other political parties, APC, PDP, Labour Party, they have all shown very little understanding of contemporary trends in climate change and its impact on the socio-economic well-being of Nigerians. The AAC and the candidate Showore have consistently discussed the issue and have put forward a green manifesto. Our whole manifesto is green energy compliant, which seeks to aggressively combat climate change and its potential impacts on our people. Indeed, the entirety of our proposed economic and social interventions are drawn specifically to deliver solutions while protecting the climate. That is our green energy-based manifesto. Under our green economy program, we will build the infrastructure, you see, especially these dam and drainage systems required to protect our communities from future floods. The government knows that this money is there. When they are carrying out billion money outside, look at the oil tankers that are siphoning oil and selling abroad. This is the money that the money that one vessel carries. I'm sure that money, if not that they can finish a dam, at least you go build the dam, go far. But you know how many of these tanks, oil tanks, oil vessels leave Nigeria with our money? The foundation of our the foundation of our economy will rest on smart and efficient production processes, with green energy gradually replacing traditional unclean energy sources. Our cities and towns will be smartly designed and built to cope with rising water levels. We will retool and strengthen the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to make it more responsive to the needs of Nigerians whenever disaster strikes. The AAC government will not leave the Nigerian people at the mercy of raging flood waters. The 2023 elections provide an excellent opportunity for Nigerians to reject this incentive and inept politicians and parties who seem to want power for power's sake. We urge them to queue behind Omoyele Sowore and the African Action Congress so that together we can build a nation that works. Signed, Onyinye Gandhi Chukwunyere, AAC Presidential Campaign Spokesperson. You see, this is Gandhi Chukwunyere. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. I wasn't planning to do this. You see, they just, I wasn't planning. It was who somebody asked me. It says, how about Onyinye? I want to listen to Onyinye. You see, and we are working. But always we're talking ahead. Always. When NDLEA, Nigerian Law Drug Enforcement Commission, now their name. When NDLE needed to discuss cannabis, Igbo, marijuana, the only presidential candidate that they could invite was Omoyele Sowore. Because what Omoyele Sowore was talking about, Igbo, they were laughing at him. Igbo president, what do you know? Can you imagine you're proposing Igbo? Today, every major street in Canada has a cannabis shop. You have more cannabis shops than you have convenience shops. Erica was telling me that we should drive around and show people where they are selling cannabis. They have found out that there is so much potential that cannabis has. How many 8 years later, after Omoyele Sowore talked about cannabis, the other governments, including the government of the state, Ondo State governor, went abroad to go and research it. Other state government, including now the federal government of Nigeria, is now looking into the issue. Is now looking into that issue. What does it tell you? It tells you that we are miles, so many miles ahead of so many people. And that's why we're asking you to vote for AAC. We know they follow the crowd. We know they talk just for talking's sake. We do our research, and when we come out with a solution, we are far, far ahead so many people. And so I commend Onyinye Gandhi, who is a very sound person. You should watch his Twitter space. I think it's on Tuesdays, I mean Wednesdays, when he comes out and he holds an interaction with the public about the African Action Congress and Omoyele Sowore, the presidential candidate. You understand? And talking about Omoyele Sowore, I don't know how many of you have seen Omoyele Sowore lately. You know, isn't it? You know, I like when people put you down, when people do everything to make sure that you disappear, lock you up, treat you very badly, but you refuse. You refuse. If I look at Omoyele Sowore now, I'll be like, is this the same person that was thrown into DSS dungeon? Have you seen Omoyele Sowore lately? I mean, just check this out. No, check this out now. This is the same person they put inside DSS dungeon. It was supposed to be, that's just finished. Look at the young man shining. Look at, see beautiful pictures. Thanks to Kelechi Amadiobi. You see, look at the man, looking chopped up. See, don't be, you see all these your enemies. All these your enemies that would want you to finish and you will never rise up again. Don't mind them. God will continue to lift you. Now then they go stand. They will be seeing you progressing. Can you believe this Omoyele Sowore? How many months back they restricted him? They broke. Look, you know what I'm talking about? You remember they broke his nose. Look at that mark on his nose. Let me see if there's a clearer one. You see, if you zoom into this, you see the mark on his nose that they gave him inside DSS detention facility. But Sowore has been doing fantastic. You know, even if you don't like Omoyele Sowore, you must agree with me that he's been doing fantastically well. Fantastically well. He's been doing very, very, very well. And we're so proud of him everywhere. One thing about Sowore is Sowore cannot go to a place and come out of it just silent. No, he must create waves. And every time you see, you know, there's one funny thing that happens. There is a calculated attempt to make sure that Omoyele Sowore does not meet face to face with Tinubu. There is a calculated, they were Tinubu and Atiku. Oh my God. The way they are avoiding Omoyele Sowore, if they hear that Sowore is going to be at an event, I'm telling you, bet me, they will not show up there. They're so afraid of him. I don't know. You have more money than him. You have more wives than him. You do everything more than him. You steal more than him. You get power. But still, they are afraid. And that brings me also to address the issue about Omoyele Sowore not being at the Northern Leaders Conference. You know, people have been saying, oh, they didn't invite Sowore. Where is Sowore? They didn't invite him because it's not important. No, it's actually because they're afraid of him. When they see Omoyele Sowore's outings, the one that he has done, they are scared of him. If they are not scared of him, why would they not invite him? I'll show you. Why would they not invite him? Now, this is a press release. Sorry, guys. You know, I'm not standing on the fence. I'm a member of the African Action Congress. I'm a supporter of Omoyele Sowore, so that is where I stay. And If you say, oh, Chidi, you're using this thing this is my own way of supporting our party. It's our party and I'm a member. So please bear with me. You see, they were saying that, oh, that Omoyele Sowore was not at Arewa something. No, it is the same thing that we are fighting. The powers that be, they always go and connive with each other to make sure that the people who will speak truth to power, they are willing to bribe their way, they are willing to pay the organizers of anything to make sure that Omoyele Sowore doesn't come. You say, Chidi is a lie, show us, I will show you. First of all, let me share with you, we have Gandhi as the spokesperson of Omoyele Sowore's campaign. But then we also have the publicity secretary of the African Action Congress. Publicity secretary of the African Action Congress in the person of Femi Adeyeye. This is his press statement. I'll read this quickly for you guys to understand why Sowore was not there at that meeting, the Arewa Consultative Forum. Why Omoyele Sowore, presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, was absent at the event of the Arewa Consultative Forum held yesterday, 17th October 2022. He wrote this yesterday. We wish to use this medium to clear the air and the many queries around the absence of Omoyele Sowore, the presidential candidate of African Action Congress, at the Arewa Consultative Forum event that held in Kaduna yesterday. We want to state that the chairman of the Arewa Consultative Forum sent a letter of invitation and I will show you this letter when I finish reading this. He sent a letter of invitation to Omoyele Sowore, and this letter was dated June 14th, 2022. Mr. Sowore responded through the National Secretary of our great party, thanked the forum for the invitation, and requested further details such as the date, time, and venue of the said dialogue. This correspondence was sent to the email provided. There were no other official means of contact provided by the forum in the letter or on the website of the organization. Till the event happened yesterday, October 17, 2022, neither the party nor the candidate got any reply, and there are still no explanations. In the understanding of events that played out since the invitation, it is apparent that Sowore might have been deliberately excluded because of the relationship and underhand activities of a partisan individual within the organization. However, we want to restate that the Nigerian elite must take into cognizance that this is a crucial period in the history of Nigeria, and Nigerians are seriously tired of recycled leaders. Our 2022 mantra, "We can't continue like this," envelopes a lot of things that Nigerian people can no longer tolerate. And this includes the glorification of failed rulers while denying the Nigerian people the opportunity to listen to fresh ideas of liberation. The Nigerian masses can no longer tolerate those who not only lack the ability to understand, but also lack the political will to do anything reasonable about the myriad of issues bedeviling our space. No wonder the whole event ended with a church rat chasing Holy Communion, a reply the APC candidate gave when asked about climate change. You see what we're talking about? When we talked about climate change, and you heard Onyinye Gandhi saying that the other presidential candidates, they have no idea, they don't have a grasp of climate change. The APC presidential candidate, his answer when they asked him about climate change is like a church rat chasing Holy Communion. A global situation that has had deleterious effects on lives and property across Nigeria. This is how he treated it. Had we been invited, our robust plan for green economy and environmental justice would have been shared amongst the great community of intellectuals, and feedback would have been noted. They allowed us. We don't hide our ideology. We don't hide our policy. We talk about it every time. And people say they will steal. Still now, Panadol is not the same thing as paracetamol. Fanta is not the same thing as Gina. And all of them have been there for a very, or Mirinda. How come they've not copied? You see, the original is the original. You can't copy it perfectly. It's always a copy. So it doesn't matter if you copy our ideology is still intact. Chin chin. And if you had allowed us, according to Femi, would have shared it and we'll get very interesting feedback. That said, though, we humbly request an explanation in line with the stated facts. We are open to work, dialogue, and share our ideas of liberation with every Nigerian at every given opportunity, as if I knew. We can't continue like this. AAC, the alternative, Showore Magachi 2023. This was signed by Femi Adeyeye, National Publicity Secretary, African Action Congress, on the 18th of October 2022. Now, you would say, how about Chidi? This one that you're saying, the invited show us. I will show you quickly. Let me show you this thing. It was shared by the campaign secretary on. Let me show you. He shared this letter, and this letter will confirm to you that yes, he was actually invited. But they went there and they did their normal jugunu, and that is exactly what happened. Okay. The letter. So many letters here. I'm just trying to show you guys which one it is. Sometimes when you want to show these things, okay, guys. I don't have the letter here, but I know I saw that letter. I saw the letter that was addressed. Purchases to do opening ceremony. Well, there's another one by. Let me just scan through some of these letters. I hope I'm supposed to share them because some of them are not public notice, but this is just to give you an idea of some of the invitations that Omoyele Sowore has. So many of these invitations. In fact, there's so many of them. Let me show you, like this one, this from the Christian Council of Nigeria. This is from Voice of Women. So many of these letters all over the place. This would be this letter, Arewa Joint Commission, race cause, blah, blah, blah. This is that letter, but I think this is the one that was sent to Kwankwaso. The one that was sent to Omoyele Sowore, I know I saw. This is Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. I don't think it's been there. And so many other letters. By the way, just to let you guys know, Omoyele Sowore will be live on the 21st. Make sure that you join us on the morning flight as we discuss the future of Nigeria. And this will be on www.lxp.tv/watch. Sowore, just to show you that some people think, oh, he's not connected. He's not connected with people in the north. That is not true. We have a very strong hold in the north, and it's going to shock you. He'll be in Kanu in a few days, and in fact, there was an interview that he held, which is very interesting. I need to show you this interview. Very, very interesting. I'll come and answer some of your questions. I see a question somebody is asking about is he going to do about being invited. Let me show you this.
How do you plan on battling the campaign in northern Nigeria when you don't speak the language Hausa itself? Making reference to the phrase you said, Megaskia. It's usually been coined by our current president.
Yes, but I'm not his own type of. And I'm not Megaskia Munafiking, but Evans Amalang.
Yes.
I'll go with Evans.
Da za ka yi yanzu da mutanen arewa wajen yakin neman zaɓe da ake magana da Hausa.
So,
Hausa katakara.
Wato, ya batun halasta tabin wiwi wanda a baya ka taɓa magana. Idan a zaɓen da za a yi na shekara 2023 sai aka samu za a koma karo na biyu. A cikin waɗanda za su sake zaɓe na biyun akwai Atiku da Tinubu. Wa zai zaɓa shi?
how do you plan on battling the campaign?
Okay, so that's Shore being interviewed on an Hausa platform in northern Nigeria. That's just to show you that he is very, very connected. Yes. Yes, who's that? Can I? Is that you? Okay, so come. I'm saying I'm live. Okay, say hi to everybody. That was cool. Good? Okay, good. All right. So guys, that's it. Someone said, what is AAC party going to do about his not being invited to the NEDG debate scheduled for November 15? Must ensure they don't succeed in excluding him like they did in 2009. No, they have sent, no. They just made a poster, just like they made a poster in the accountancy, Institute of Chartered Accountants thing, and they put some presidential candidate, they didn't put some. But I can assure you that he will be there. We're doing the most we can. At the end of the day, you can't force people to invite you. That's the truth. We are not begging for anybody to invite us. We're just saying that you should invite us to be part of the dialogue. Now, if people begin to reject us, you should ask yourself questions. Okay, so when we say that people are part of the state, they are part of the old system, you know already that Tinubu and Atiku are part of the old system, and they believe in money politics. They believe in buying their way through everything. So if they buy their way into making Omoyele Sowore not able to appear in a debate, it is what it is. It just goes to reinforce what we are telling you. It goes to show you the war that we are fighting. And somebody just looks at that war and says, you know what, I am just going to be part of them. If you can't beat them, join them. That also tells you the kind of character that person has. Okay, so we're not going to beg anybody. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. Thank God we have our own our own means of broadcasting what we're, and people are seeing it. Our videos are going viral. Omoyele Sowore is all over the place. Everybody has now come to acknowledge that Omoyele Sowore is a force to reckon with. I've not heard people just say, you know, that guy is something else. Oh, that guy is a radical. Omoyele Sowore will go somewhere with P2B, and P2B's people will be posting viral videos of what Omoyele Sowore did in that place. You know, that's just the truth. Tinubu's people won't even touch it at all. Atiku's people will just ignore it. But go on Twitter space. There's no place they will discuss about politics right now that Omoyele Sowore's name will not pop up. We'll still have about 4 months to go, and we'll see what happens. But I will not end this broadcast without talking about the IPOB. Okay, the federal government of Nigeria keeps on disobeying the order of the law courts for them to release Nnamdi Kanu, who has been acquitted by the courts. Ifeanyi Ejiofor is not happy about it. And if you go on his Twitter handle, he's been really he's been putting out so much information about the state of events between IPOB, the lawyers, and the federal government. But the one that really pisses me off, the one that really crawls under my skin, is how any human being that is born of a woman, seeing Nnamdi Kanu's situation, will be out there peddling this nonsensical information. I'll be waiting that Nnamdi, the end of Biafra and the game over the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I just people somebody sent it to me. Of course, I will show you how long the thing is. If you have if you have the patience, I can send it to you. Of course, I didn't read past the first paragraph. I was nauseated. I felt like throwing up that any human being would be threatened by the prospects of Nnamdi Kanu being released from DSS detention. Have you ever seen that kind of thing? You think, wait, now let me show you. That a human being would be wishing that Nnamdi Kanu was not released. Will actually say that releasing Nnamdi Kanu means trouble. Let me share this with you. And let's go back to this is all this person had to write to. Emeka Ugwonye. It's not that this person is not an Igbo man. This is an Igbo person, an Igbo man writing the end of Biafra and the game over. The end of Biafra and the game over the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Says the truth about human history shows that history repeats itself more often, blah, 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 blah. The sudden and dramatic acquittal of Nnamdi Kanu and his impending, that means this person is surprised that Nnamdi Kanu was acquitted. This person actually feels that Nnamdi Kanu should still be in prison. Can you imagine what they feel? The fact that Nnamdi Kanu is moving around freely is a problem for them. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? The fact that Nnamdi Kanu is in prison is a huge problem for them, and they will rather that he is. I mean, that there's prospects of his being released. Sorry, I was distracted by a call. That's why I'm sounding like this. The prospect of him coming out means a lot of danger for them. They would rather that he stays there and he doesn't come out. They think if he comes out, it will be a big problem. And when someone sent this to me, I didn't know what to make of it. Honestly, I did not know what to make of it. And I'm like, am I reading this? And this is from an Igbo person. No, this is from an Igbo person. President Buhari, like President Shagari, as typical politicians. Okay, let me see. It sudden and dramatic acquittal of Nnamdi Kanu and his impending release from detention is a chilling repeat of history. It exposes in the purest form the personal political motivations behind the agitation for Biafra and the very core of human nature. Can you imagine? President Buhari, like President Shagari, as typical politician, will make any deal to ensure that his party wins the majority of Igbo votes, even against all odds in 1982. The President Shagari, I did not read, see, he expects me to read all of these things, all this rubbish that he's writing. Who get time, Kwan? Let him go and find who will read it. And let me say a very big shame to everybody. You are out there and you're praying that Nnamdi Kanu will not be released so that you win an election. May God forgive you. If everything is about winning, even if it means Nnamdi Kanu being locked up. That is how desperate you are to win. And yet, your presidential candidate will say, no, I'm not here to win an election. So I'm confused. Do you people who follow, especially obedience, do you, and I know a lot of you will castigate me, you stop watching my channel, you unsubscribe, fine. But are you really on the same page with the person that you're following? Are you really on the same page with the person that you're following? I'm telling you, it's not that I come here to yab P2B, but you see, we like to talk the truth. When P2B was asked about ESN, he couldn't even give a good defense. The truth is, P2B does not care about IPOB or ESN. P2B does not care about referendum. That is just the truth. And if you think I'm lying, fine, but I'll tell you the truth. It's not in his agenda. And that is the very reason why you see me following Omoyele Sowore. Because Omoyele Sowore, as the president of Nigeria, is already written it there. He will not change the constitution. He will set aside the constitution, come out with a new constitution, and inside that constitution, it will be enshrined clearly that there's something I posted on my Facebook. And I know, you say, Chidi, why are you doing this? Are you not an Igbo man? It's because I'm an Igbo man. And the Nigerian, for that matter, who is trapped inside that Nigerian, Biafran, who is trapped inside Nigeria. That's the definition, much better definition. I'm trapped inside Nigeria because Nigeria won't let me have my water and drink my water and drop the cup. So let us see. Let me write this one. Let me write them, but just see. Look at this comparison and tell me what you think. Because you say, this one that you're talking about, Sowore, how about what did Sowore say about what did Sowore say about insecurity? Okay, let's see. This is a clear chart, and let's read. This is P2B on the left, this is Sowore on the right. Let us compare. This is score sheet, 2023 score sheet. Now it says, do you think self-determination is an inalienable right and a genuine and democratic referendum to allow Igbo people freely decide whether to stay or separate is in order? Do you think self-determination as an inalienable right and a genuine and democratic referendum to allow Igbo people freely decide whether to stay or separate is in order? What do you think? Let's look at P2B. P2B has P2B prohibited peaceful protests by Biafran separatists and banned Masob, designating them as a criminal gang and ensuring that they never carried out lawful direct actions in the state, thereby pushing the separatist agitation into violent struggle. Let me talk more. Now, P2B's manifesto has promised dialogue with the separatists. I will talk with them. And restructuring. Dialogues and restructuring are just political buzzwords. They are used to gloss over democratic agitations for self-determination over time. That's what you say. We will have dialogue with them. We will talk with them. But let's look at Omoyele Sowore in comparison. Sorry, I should have pulled it so that you people will see what. Oh, this is not the one. Let's go back to this. Sorry. So, yep. Okay, just one more. Okay, so look at what Omoyele Sowore has to say. Omoyele Sowore was in the NSAS protests and other protests against police brutality. Since then, NSAS was a decentralized social movement, and series of mass protests against police brutality in Nigeria. Showore was there. Now, Showore was part of the militarized protest for the remembrance of the Lekki matters in Abuja in 2021 and was part of the efforts to make sure the remembrance held despite heavy police presence. No, this one is, no. What am I doing? This one is NSAS. I jumped into NSAS. These are 2 score sheets. Let us look at what Showore did about IPOB. Sorry guys, sorry. Showore was part of the effort to free Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB leader, Gloria Okoli, a young girl who was turned into a slave by DSS, Chiweta Lago, prominent actor, and other separatist agitators from their imprisonment by the government. This one no be say dem talk. It happened live. And Showore's manifesto has promised the creation of a new constitution for Nigeria, a constitution that will contain the right to self-determination and the right to a referendum. A referendum is a major demand of Biafra separatist agitators. Now, you see, that is exactly the difference between Orange and Oloma, clearly. On a serious note, this is the clear difference between one person's ideology and manifesto and the other person's ideology and manifesto. Don't come and tell me, no, this person is saying this, but this is what they mean. No, it is not. Finally, I really commend the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu, Barrister Jofo, Barrister Jimako, Barrister Ozekoya, and every member of their team for their tireless efforts in seeing to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It will be well for all of them. Let me show you what Ifeanyi Jofo tweeted recently. Let's see what he has tweeted. It's Barrister Ifeanyi Jofo. No, this is a fake account. This is a fake account. They have so many fake accounts that are out there claiming to be Barrister Ifeanyi Jofo, one of Nnamdi Kanu's lead counsels. He tweeted something about by tomorrow I'll show them my style of madness. If they refuse to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is by Ifeanyi Jofo. Remember the lady that oh, are you guys even seeing what I'm seeing? Oh, I thought I was sharing it with you. I went to Twitter and I tried to look for Ifeanyi Jofo. They're bringing this girl to. This is one of the people too that DSS arrested. That everybody's still fighting for her to be released. She'll be brought to court. This is tomorrow. She'll be brought to court tomorrow. That is today. I need to know what is the update on that case. Now, this is Barrister Jofo. This is Mazi Simon Ekpa, who will hear me very soon. These are the people who have been causing all the trouble. I'm telling you. I say the same way Barrister Ifeanyi Jofo ignored the criminal in Finland, it's the same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will ignore him and his autopilot infiltrators. So start shedding tears from now. When I was telling you people that this guy is a madman,
I gave him
you
my
don't want
word
to believe it.
that I will never disappoint him.
Can you imagine?
Before you pick a fight against me, God USA.
Can you imagine this man? He's warning Ifeanyi Jofo here.
before you pick a fight against me.
Please, you're not worth my time at all. Anyway, let me attend to 2 questions and I close. Chidi, thank you. See why I asked him if he talk for national TV in Nigeria, other political parties will look the other way. Thank you, Michael Ochado. Abiodun Akinyemi, Twitter space with the presidential spokesman is conducted on Thursday, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Thank you, Abiodun. What is AAC party going to do about his not being invited? Oh, I've already told you about it. Kemi Omosanya, how come Showore has not started with his campaign in other parts of Nigeria, Ogun and eastern part? No. You see, we have a strategy and we're following our strategy. Showore has been all over the place. Remember, this is not our first time. We're there in 2019. So our strategy is not like people who just started doing their own thing this year. They're just learning. Don't worry, we are far ahead of them. It is time for a new political system in Nigeria. The old system has Nigeria as a failed state. Yes, so I agree with you. But some people are saying if they release, it will affect Obi's chance. Can you imagine if they release somebody who has lost their father, lost their mother, is not with his family, and you're bothered about how his release? How will his release affect somebody's political chance? Why? So Obi's win and loss is depending on Nnamdi Kanu. Then give him that credit now and face him, talk about him squarely. You're dodging, and you're saying you're powerful. Meanwhile, you're now saying that person is more powerful. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today. Thank God for the privilege that we had to relate as we always do. When we don't have that privilege, let us focus on whatever we're doing. And my prayer is that whatever it is you're doing when you're not watching my channel and when I am not interacting with you, my prayer is that you will experience success 1,000-fold in that thing that you find yourself doing. My prayer is that whatever you lay your hands to do, it will succeed. My prayer is that every plans that people have against you, it will come to nothing. My prayer is that whoever digs any hole for you, they will fall into it. That is my prayer for you. And on behalf of Dr. Erica and every member of our team, I want to thank you for being part of our broadcast today. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.